Welcome back, everybody. Thank you all so much for joining me here today. My name is Pritesh with Kaizen Crypto. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to buy and sell Cardano NFTs using the Cnft.io marketplace. This video is going to be great for anybody who is interested in learning more about the Cardano NFT space. I'm going to be showing you some really interesting tools made by members in the community, how you can view the NFTs within your wallets, how you can go about minting your own Cardano NFTs. Lots of cool things are going to be in this video. If you all do enjoy this type of content, please be sure to drop a like for me. It really does help support our channel. Don't forget to hit that subscribe if you want to stay up to date with all the relevant Cardano content, and be sure to click that notification bell so you know exactly when I post a new video. All right, everyone, lots to go over in this video. Let's go ahead and jump right in. All right, everyone, so getting right into it, we are taking a look at the website Cnft.io. So a big shout out to the team working on this Cardano NFT marketplace. It's really coming together. This is something we've been following since NFTs have come up on Cardano, and I think they've done a great job with it so far. Looking forward to what's to come once smart contract functionality is actually built into this platform. But still, I think what they've done so far is great, and it's actually usable in its current state. So what I wanted to do in this video is show you the entire process of first buying a token, then selling a token, and then I'm even going to show you some tools on how you can view these tokens within your wallet and how you can even go about minting your own NFT on the Cardano blockchain. So to start things off, taking a look, just briefly going over the Cnft.io website. We've got the homepage here. This is going to be their main page, pretty much giving you a way to buy tokens, sell tokens. This is like some of the first options that you see here. You've got a price data feed of the ADA price, some of the featured tokens. You can actually take a look at your own Cardano wallet and see which NFTs that you hold in your wallet. So we're going to take a look at some of those different functions. Currently, the mint function is not available. This page is still under construction. Likely, we will see some of the additional functionality for this site after smart contracts. Not too long to go for that to happen. So I will be sure to post update videos as we move forward with the progress of the different websites. So if we go to sell, it gives us the option to log into our account. I've got an account here for Kaizen, but I am going to be showing you the process of creating a new account, so that way you can see the entire process step by step. And then if we go to marketplace, this is going to bring up all the NFTs that are currently for sale on the Cnft marketplace. Right now it's taken a little bit of time to load, so we'll go through that here in just a moment. And then launch is going to be where you can launch your own NFT project. So there's some things that are still under works right now with Cnft.io, but for the sake of being able to buy and sell your own NFTs, let's go ahead and get started. First, I want to go ahead and log in. We're going to have the option to either sign in if you're an existing account holder or create a new account. So I'm going to go through the process of creating a new Cnft account. It'll ask us to enter in a username, an email, and a password. Once you've went ahead and filled in the correct information to create your account, we're going to go ahead and agree to the terms of service, and we'll click on register. So what we can see now, the next page, is that it's taken us to our dashboard. So this is going to be where we're going to go to see our inventory held within our wallets, the different wallets that are held within your account, as well as some of the listings that you have that are currently active. So what we need to do now that we've created our account is we'll go ahead and load up some wallets to our Cnft account so that we can start to sell some of these tokens. Any wallet that supports Cardano NFTs is going to be supported on Cnft.io. You can use Daedalus, Yoroi. There's also the Nami wallet, and you can use ccwallet.io. Any of these wallets that support Cardano NFTs will work with Cnft. So what we'll need to do is go ahead and click on wallets, and it's saying that wallets can only be added to one account. No problem. We'll just go ahead and click on add wallet. What we see here, it's going to generate a QR code followed by a public address and a payment amount. What this is essentially is a way to be able to verify and connect your wallet. We'll have to go ahead and send a transaction to this public address for this exact amount in ADA. So in order to do that, what I'm going to do is copy this public address. Just go ahead and copy that to the clipboard, and then we'll head over to our Daedalus wallet. And again, you can use any of the supported wallets. So if you do have Yoroi, that will also work. You can use Nami, you can use CC Wallet. Any of those that support Cardano NFTs are going to work for you just fine. So let's go ahead and click on send, and we need to go ahead and paste in that public address. So we've copied that, and it's going to ask us to enter in the amount in ADA. So we'll go back, and we need to copy this exact amount in ADA. So we'll go ahead and press the copy to clipboard button, and we'll go back to Daedalus, and we'll paste that in. What I wanted to do real quick is just go ahead and verify to make sure we have the correct information. So we've got our public address here ending in Y2PN. The amount in ADA, last four is 0850. If we go back to double check, Y2PN, and last four ending in 0850. Excellent. Okay, so what we need to do is go ahead and click on send, and we'll type in our spending password. After you've typed in your spending password, we'll go ahead and click on the send button. And what this has done is generated the transaction. So this is going to be ADA that is used to send the transaction to connect your wallet to the Cnft platform. You are going to receive this ADA back. There's a small amount of dust that is going to be used for the transaction fee, but aside from that, you're going to receive this ADA right back to your wallet. So 3 ADA has been sent. If we go back to cnft.io, we can see that this wallet has now been added to our account. So we see the correct stake address here. Let's go back to Daedalus, and we should see some ADA pop right back up into our account. While we're waiting for the ADA to appear in our wallet, we can see that we do have some tokens available within our tokens wallet, which we can actually use to list on cnft.io. And we can see that the ADA has been sent back to our wallet. So that transaction is pretty much just to connect your wallet to the platform. But with these tokens now, what we see here is that we see they are available within the Daedalus wallet. But now we actually want to go about taking a look and see what tokens we have available. So in order to do that, what I'm going to do is go ahead and click on receive to generate one of our public addresses for this wallet. We'll go ahead and copy this address. Any of these public addresses will work just fine. Let's go back, and I'm actually going to open up the web browser and go to pool.pm. So pool.pm is a very useful tool that allows you to see the Cardano blockchain in real time. It's an explorer that allows you to see when blocks are created, different changes in delegation, and you can also view the NFTs held within your wallet. In order to do that, what we'll need to do is click on the search icon at the top right corner. It's going to give us the option to search a different stake pool, or you can search a public address. In the search bar, I'm just going to go ahead and paste in that public address, which we copied. And we can see those 4 NFTs that are held within our token wallet. So I just wanted to share with you some of the cool artwork that I'm holding here in my wallet, just to show you real quickly how this interface works with pool.pm. What we can do, we see we've got some of these really cool tokens. I wanted to just talk very briefly about these. This one is super cool. It's a portrait of Charles Hoskinson. This is hand drawn. This is from CryptoFly. Really, really cool. I've also got one of my personal favorites made by one of the members in the community, a fan of Kaizen Crypto. Big thank you and shout out to Mia for making this awesome Kaizen Crypto artwork, 9 years old and already a CNFT artist. So really awesome. Big thank you to her for creating this awesome NFT for me. I'm not selling this at all. This is going to stay with me for life. So I love this piece as well. One of my favorites. And then we've also got the Lovelace Saga NFTs. What's really cool about pool.pm is that depending on the characteristics of your NFT, it even shows you different things like animations. So if we check this out, this is from our latest drop, KAIZN Series 2, and we had the Gangsta Frog. And it's really awesome because you can see the animated version as well as the still image. And below that, you can actually scroll down and you'll see some different metadata that is associated with the specific token. In this instance, we've got the attribute for this character, the series of the collection, as well as the website so that you can get more information about this series of NFTs. So really excited about that. It's really cool to see what's possible with pool.pm. Another really cool thing with this site is that there's another NFT that just came out. Big shout out to Bajewski and the team that is working on the attack on Vitalik. they created this awesome comic book. And we can see here, if you scroll through, it shows you the different pages as if it were a real life comic book. And then they've got different versions of this as well. So you can do the colored version. There's an animated version. There's lots of interesting things here. I think that they've really done a great job with creating this comic book series. And then also you can check out the websites. You've got the rarity informations listed here as well. Lots of cool stuff. This sale is actually still going on. You can check it out at bajewski.art. So if we take a look at their website, they've done a really great job. It's their comic book series. So nice to see that. Another CNFT project that's really doing something incredible on Cardano. Going back to our wallet, we can see that some of these tokens are what we have available to sell. I'm thinking that we might want to go ahead and sell the Gangsta Frog. You know, a lot of people are really enjoying the Kaizen series of NFTs. We're actually going to be incorporating this with our game called the Lovelace Saga. So the Lovelace Saga is going to be coming soon. We are currently working on it very hard. There's lots of things going on behind the scenes. So if you haven't already followed us on social media, make sure you do that. I will be sure to leave all those links for our socials down in the description below. Let's go back to cnft.io. Now what we need to do, since we've connected our wallet, we'll go ahead and click on inventory. Now it's saying in order to add inventory, we need to go ahead and connect a wallet first. We've connected our wallet, and we can see here, these are the tokens we have available for sale. I wanted to go ahead and sell one of the Gangsta Frogs. We actually just finished up with our sale, but if you didn't catch one of the Gangsta Frogs for sale, when we did have it available for that 1 week, it was a time-based rarity, so you had 1 week pretty much to grab these tokens. I'm going to go ahead and put this token up for sale. In order to do that, we'll just click on Sell Token. You can go ahead and list your price in ADA. In this instance, we sold these tokens for 50 ADA a piece, so I'm going to go ahead and put it for sale for 50 ADA, and we'll go ahead and confirm the sale. You can adjust this number for any amount that you like. If you feel like you wanted to charge a higher amount because you think it's more valuable, you can definitely do that. In this instance, I'm going to go ahead and confirm this sale, and we can see now that this token has been listed. So it's a very straightforward process. It's super simple. One thing I did also want to mention is that there is going to be a lot of copycat or mimic NFTs. So things you want to pay attention to, especially looking out for fakes, is going to be the policy ID verification. So we're going to take a look at that. But before we do, we're going to check to see that our token has been listed on the marketplace. What we'll need to do is click over at the top to marketplace. And this is going to show us all the tokens that are currently available for sale on cnft.io. We can see that these are all the different NFTs that are listed for sale on the Cnft platform. And we'll scroll through here to make sure. Here we go. We've got Gangsta Frog listed, KAIZN NFT for 50 ADA. So what you want to pay attention to when you're scrolling through these listings is this policy verification. For any of these larger projects that are creating CNFTs, you want to make sure that they have verified their policy ID with the platform. This green check mark shows a verified policy. If we go ahead and click on the listing, it'll show us some more information related to this specific NFT. So we've got the name, Gangsta Frog. We've got the details in regards to price. So 50 ADA for this NFT. It shows us the asset name, the asset ID, the project that is affiliated with it, the policy ID. So this is exactly what you would need to verify for a NFT that you're going to be purchasing. And if it has the correct policy ID for any of these larger projects, you'll see that green check mark. Also, some tags related to this. So we've got the website, we've got the attributes, some of the metadata that was incorporated with the token, also what we saw on pool.pm. So this listing looks great. If you were to want to purchase this NFT, you can just go ahead and click on buy. In this instance, what I want to do is show you the process of buying an NFT. I can't buy my own NFT on this platform. So let's go back to the marketplace and see what kind of deals we can find. So one thing, just scrolling through some of these NFTs, just wanted to talk and share with you all about where I see this project and where I see NFTs going in the future for Cardano. We are still in the early days of a lot of these NFT projects, but a lot of these NFT projects are really starting to take off, and it's because of their collectability, their scarcity, their rarity. So a lot of these factors are going to come into play. There's also going to be things like gamification once we have smart contracts on Cardano. So there's lots of interesting things to look out for as it comes to these NFTs. Let's go ahead and find something here to purchase so I can show you in this video. We can even sort through some of these assets. So we'll just use this filter. Let's sort by price. I want to sort for something that's relatively inexpensive. So you don't even have to have a whole lot of ADA if you wanted to get started with CNFTs. You can purchase something that's relatively inexpensive. So we'll purchase something cool, just something that's pretty interesting. Actually, I really like these color birds. Not too bad either, 8 ADA. We can go ahead and just click on this here. I think that's pretty cool. This actually looks like a GIF, so that's interesting. Now what you'll notice is that this token doesn't necessarily have a verified policy ID, and you will typically see that for individual tokens. If it's a token that's not necessarily associated with a project necessarily, if it's just one NFT, it's not going to have a verified policy. But that's just something to pay attention to. A lot of the fakes that you'll see are typically going to be knockoffs for the larger projects. So just a rule of thumb, you just want to check to make sure that the policy ID is correct for any of the tokens you purchase associated with the larger NFT projects. But in this instance, we've got a really cool single piece. This nice NFT shows this color birds. We can just go ahead and click on buy if we want to go ahead and purchase it. And what this is going to do is walk us through the process to send the ADA to the seller. So we'll need to go ahead and make sure that we send the correct amount of ADA to the correct address. We've got a session timer here that'll cause this transaction to cancel if we don't send it within that time frame. So what we'll need to do is send the exact amount of ADA displayed to this public address. So let's go ahead and copy this public address to our clipboard, and we're going to go ahead and head back to Daedalus. And we can see here we are in our tokens wallet. In order to go ahead and send that amount of ADA, we'll go ahead and click on send, and we'll need to go ahead and paste in that public address. We'll just go ahead and paste that in, and we'll need to go back and enter in the exact amount of ADA. So it says please send exactly 8 ADA. So let's go ahead and enter in 8 ADA, and we'll go ahead and click on send. We'll need to go ahead and type in our spending password. After you've typed in your spending password, we'll go ahead and click on send. So what this is going to do now, we see that Daedalus is processing the transaction. This is going to submit this transaction to the blockchain. What we'll need to do is go back to cnft.io, and essentially what's going to happen here is we'll see this green check is going to be highlighted where the buyer will send the ADA. The next step is going to be on the seller. So the seller is going to see that somebody has sent the ADA to purchase this NFT. They're going to be responsible for holding up their end and sending this NFT to the public address, which is associated with this wallet. So this is something that is going to be automated with the release of smart contracts. Currently, this is something that is being done by a third party with the Cnft platform, but it's a very seamless process. I haven't noticed any hiccups yet with it. So even if you do go about purchasing any of these NFTs, you shouldn't notice any issues. You can always cancel it at any time. Either party can always cancel it if they decide they want to back out of the deal. So it's nice that you're able to do that as well. Essentially, what we're going to wait on now is just for the seller to send the asset to the Cnft platform. So it took a couple minutes, but we can see now that the green check has been highlighted. So the Cnft platform has received the ADA. Next step is going to be on the seller. So the seller will have a certain amount of time to be able to send this NFT. If they don't send that NFT within that allotted time frame, the buyer is going to be refunded for that amount of ADA that they sent. So very straightforward process. It's going to be really interesting to see how smart contracts are going to help facilitate this process even more. Now that we've gone through the process of being able to list a token for sale and being able to buy a token, now is the final step in the process where if we were selling a token, we would have to send the token to the buyer. So in order to do that, what we can do is go to the dashboard where we see our inventory and our listings. This notification tab at the top right is going to show us once we do have a buyer paid for our listing. In this instance, somebody has already went ahead and paid for our Gangsta Frog NFT. So we'll need to go through the process of sending our Gangsta Frog NFT so that this person who has purchased the token will receive that token and we can go ahead and receive our ADA. So in order to go through that process, let's go ahead and click on this message. It's going to walk us through this process after we've clicked on the message. Now we've got two options. We can either click on go or close. Close is going to cancel the order and go is going to proceed with the order. So we'll go ahead and click on go. And what we can see here is it picks up where this transaction left off. So step one has been completed where the buyer has sent the ADA to the Cnft platform. In our case, what we have to do now is go ahead and send our Gangsta Frog token to the Cnft platform so we can complete this transaction. Let's go ahead and confirm and make sure that everything looks correct. And we've got the Gangsta Frog. We'll need to make sure the asset name is correct. The policy ID is also correct. And then we'll need to send this asset to the public address that's listed on the website within this time frame. So we've got 24 hours to complete this transaction, after which this transaction will time out and it'll pretty much cancel. So you do want to make sure that if you do have a buyer pay for one of your CNFTs, you do go through that process relatively quickly. So let's go ahead and head back to our Daedalus wallet. And we can see here we're back at the tokens wallet. What we'll need to do now in order to send this token to the correct address, we'll need to go ahead and identify which token it is we're going to be sending. So one thing that I like to recommend in order to be able to tell which is the correct token, what we have here at the top of Daedalus, we've got a tokens menu, and on the right side it gives us a drop down arrow that gives us some more information related to the metadata for that specific token. So the best way to be able to tell which token is which, you see the asset name, in this case Attack on Vitalik, so that was the comic. We can just go through some of these to check and make sure we're sending the right one. This is a Charles Hoskinson NFT. Just paying attention to that asset name. It does get a bit more complicated as you have more tokens in your wallet. So there are some good ways to be able to go about that. I would recommend if you have a lot of tokens, might be best to use something like CC wallet or the NAMI wallet where you actually have a visual of the actual NFT within the user interface. It makes things a little bit easier. But those are just some best practices that I like to look for. In this case, we can see Gangsta Frog. This is the correct token. So it's very important that we are sending the correct token in order to complete this transaction. So I'm just going to close back out of all these other drop downs. We'll make it really easy to look at. Gangsta Frog, so this is the correct token, and we can go ahead and click on send. So we'll need to go ahead and paste in that address. We'll just go ahead and paste that in. And we'll need to go ahead and make sure that there is nothing else that we need to do along with the transaction. Pretty much sending one token to this address, Gangsta Frog number 37, so that looks good. What we'll need to do is send an amount of ADA along with the transaction. Usually for an NFT, it's about 1.518517. That's the minimum required. And then we can see it's already selected that token. So we need to enter in quantity of 1. Let's go ahead and click on send. So this is where you would want to double check to verify everything is correct before we type in our spending password. So the token, we see here, it doesn't show us the name of the token unless we hover over it. So if we hover over it, we can see the asset name. In this case, it's the right one. So Gangsta Frog number 37. So that looks good. And we've got the correct public address where we're sending the token. So everything looks good there. Next is going to be for us to type in our spending password. After we've typed in our spending password, we'll go ahead and click on send. Okay, so what this has done is it's submitted a transaction to the blockchain which contains our Gangsta Frog NFT. So what we can do is give this a second, wait for this transaction to be validated by the blockchain. Let's go back to the Cnft platform. This is automatically going to update with 2 green checks here saying that this transaction has been completed once this token has been sent. So that is going to be the process to send your token after the buyer has paid. Once the token has been successfully sent, the transaction is going to settle. In this case, we can see here the 2 green checks have filled in. It shows success. The transaction is now complete. So in this case, the buyer will see their brand new NFT show up in their wallet, and the seller will see the amount of ADA minus the commissions and the Cardano network fees show up in their wallet. So really cool being able to sell your Cardano native tokens on the Cnft platform. Of course, as we do see more functionality with Goguen and smart contracts, it's going to make the process that much more seamless. But we can see here the ADA has been received in our token's wallet. Just like that, we were able to sell our very own Cardano non-fungible token. So that is going to be the process of being able to list a token for sale, buy a token, and being able to send a token after it's been paid for. Now, we are still waiting on the functionality to be able to mint your own Cardano native tokens, but what you can do in the meantime, if you're interested in getting started with minting your own tokens, is checking out the platforms called NFT Maker and Metro Mermaids. Both of these tools are very user-friendly and ways for you to be able to mint your own Cardano NFTs. I did a video a while back on NFT Maker showing you a step-by-step process of how to mint your own NFTs. It's a very easy platform to use. It's a very straightforward process. So if you do want to mint your own NFTs, if you want to check out that video, we'll be sure to leave a link for you down in the description below. Metro Mermaids, also another great tool, really easy to be able to change different things. This tool is what I would recommend for anybody who has any additional metadata requirements or anything related to the policy details. So 2 great tools, both made by members in the community for being able to mint your own Cardano native tokens. So everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you did find some value from this content. If you did enjoy this video today, please be sure to drop a like for me. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you head out today. All right, everyone. Thank you all again so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care.